Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida Gators taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down for this offense. The running back has it. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one, and so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking for a crease, it's Peace. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Coming after it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's Dalton. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Running it in the red zone, imposing their will and picking up 5 down to the 15.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. The 40. At the 30. 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Gator. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Looking to move it through the air. Trying to get to it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give on the inside. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Going deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida!
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Leaves it with the running back. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Peace. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hope.
He's looking deep. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Gator.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter.
Florida, 21, Texas, 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Pocket starts to collapse. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Slips through the line. And the returner will be brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
Texas.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quick.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David, he shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. On the run, it's Peak. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward. Play physical. Don't get east and west.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to...
And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over BYU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pressure coming. Using his legs to buy some time. At the 35, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And wings it incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
On the move at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
In the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Dorsey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to run for it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Quarterback checking off. On second down, he'll fire. Into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
And here they come to give it another shot on third and goal from the 3. They'll go with a direct snap. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
Texas.
He'll call for the fair catch here. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Going up top on first down. Going up top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
They'll go back to the air on second down. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
At the end of the first half, with the score, Florida 42, Texas 24.
The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Texas.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offense.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
A shot toward the end zone. What a snag by the defense. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives. And the quarterback caught up two and sacked at the 12. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, and you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. The expressway is wide open. The 20, inside the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the extra point was good to finish things off. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 4 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll let one go down the right side. And he reels it inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Touchdown Gators! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On 3rd down, going up top. He makes the connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field.
Oh, the ball squirts out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll go to the ground. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in press coverage. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there because the QB got it to his guy early. He was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. makes the grab over the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I mean, how many tackles is that guy going to have to break just to stay alive? You got to protect your guy better than that. The first guy missed him. The second guy missed him. The third guy got him in the pocket for a sack. Got to have better protection than that.
Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. They're working that left side.
Runs out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 4th down coming up. Number 18 on to kick it away.
Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Florida, 49. Texas, 31.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the right side. Sweet continues to fight for yards. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The play-action fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. 3rd down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys. And they're 4-1. They got the job done.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. Another touchdown for this guy. He's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Fellas, one of the most meaningful games in college football is underway. West Virginia and Pitt in the backyard brawl, and we have a quick update. West Virginia dazzled in just about every phase of the game, and for a program that's turned out elite receivers from Tavon Austin to Stedman Bailey, I think we may have just seen the next great one emerge. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that
fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignment. Lets it fly deep downfield. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Longhorns are marching down the field.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, you're going to be a great player. You got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Going over the top. Got it! And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away. Texas.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
On second down, wants to throw it. Gets rid of it. He finds his man, and he'll be brought down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Line gets set, first down. Here we go. Wide out in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He wants to throw here on second down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! And the route is on.
And this offense has had a good day, and more importantly, this team responded from last week. 0-1, didn't look good to start the season, bouncing back, getting a convincing victory. Nice job by this team handling adversity early in the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. They're going to take a shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Power football with the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw